Hi, my project is about object recognition segment based on regions. My name is Aarti and I'm doing this project for EEL 6825, that is the pattern recognition class under Dr. Wu. So basically what I have done is use region as the main tool to to detect information within the images. Regions have been used because they have quite many lucrative properties, because they can tell you about the shape and scale of the object. They are not affected by the outside clutter, and they actually can extract all the properties which are called cues also, such as shapes, colors, and edge sizes. So if you are able to extract regions well from the images, this method is based on that. This whole framework is quite sturdy, and we have used one data set to apply this framework. The outline of this whole approach is as follows. First, we extract the region with the help of a hierarchical segmenting algorithm. Um, this algorithm will be explained later. The extracted regions have to be described as per the properties, which are called cues, and this will be done in a mathematical representation of histograms. Later, after that, we're gonna emphasize on the properties, like which property is more evident and relevant to the image, and we have to discriminate on the basis of that property by weighing the importance of that property. The fourth step will be detecting, or called matching, our extracted region within, let's say, any test subject. This is done by U algorithm, and the final stage is a verification, classifier, and extraction step, which is basically a segmentation step, which actually sums up the whole process. As I talked about, the ETHG Zurich dataset is a very vivid and a very difficult dataset, which has a total of 255 images sorted into 5 categories. Mm, the pool is very challenging because the objects are quite varying and their spread is over a wide range of locations. Swans have been of quite interest because they have a very contrasting background as from the main feature of the region. I'll start with the first step of the region extraction, which is the region extraction. This is basically done in 2 steps. Ultrametric. First is called the UWT, and the second step is the ultrametric contour map. UWT is, as it's shown here, it's called oriented watershed transform. It's basically an improvement on the classical watershed transform. The algorithm that is proposed here uh, uh, takes out regions from the images. This is done by applying the UWT transform on the output of the contour detector. The extracted regions are in a hierarchical order. The region that are extracted, they have boundaries, and the boundaries will be helpful in finding the location of the region. Magnitude and direction of the boundary makes an oriented watershed. Actually, what is happening here is watershed basically comes from the word water shedding. When you drop a water drop on a body of any region, it traces all the region of that uh, in the object, and in order by doing so, it gives the outline of the object. I have removed the result because of the data set, which is quite long, and as you can see, the MATLAB code is still running, and I'm not able to extract the live images, and they are they are of a very big quantity, so they cannot be included in this slide. However, watershed transform is a very famous technique, and there are quite many Wikipedia pages, and as well as scholarly article, and it's very prevalent in academic world. So any watershed transform image can be used here to represent how the region will actually look like. The next step is ultrametric contour map, where where I'm actually gonna make a map from the extracted region. This is done by weighing on the contours that are extracted. The end result of this will be such that the regions the regions will be lined as per the weight they have. Now, in terms of the weight that I talk about, is basically the separation distance between two regions, which tells you how one region is different from another. So if the distance is very big between two regions, they are very disparate. um, yeah, so the ultimate goal of this UWT and the UCM map is to obtain from an image a bag of regions, which will in which or a bag of region or a tree of regions, in which the upper node will be represented by the upper root will be represented by the original image, and the branches of it will be represented by the regions. The links between them will be as per the distance they have, which is called the separation, and they'll be weighed accordingly. And higher the distance, higher the weight. So they should be represented in a form of a tree. After extracting these regions and that are in hierarchy, we have to describe these regions. Now by description we means that we have to extract the features, which basically are the shape, size or color, or the edge, or the location. So extracted regions have to be described. This is done um, this is done by first making a boundary of the region, and then splitting into n cells, as I've explained in the paper. It's a kind of a mathematical technique. So the end result is of more important, which is basically histogram, which tells about uh, the strength of each feature in an image. Okay, उसके max margin view algorithm is the next step that we apply, which is again a weighting algorithm. Um, Here we are creating an exemplar set of data, which will be used as the pool from which we have to match the images. Then there will be a test image from which we will test our similarity between our region and the exemplar images. Each queue will be weighted, each queue will be tallied, and a weight will be obtained. This is basically sorting which region, this is basically discriminating on the basis of what region is more suitable or related to what exemplar image. So the more suited it is, the more weight it will have. Next, we will try to match and group each object candidates. U transform voting scheme will be used, which will group the regions into objects, and then we'll apply a voting, and this voting will generate a hypothesis such that which region is more matched with what exemplar region. All of these values, all of this procedure will give us a quantity, which is S, which is the strength of the vote. Hypothesis in this case is about object traits provided on the basis of region matching. So the vote or the hypothesis that one region is matching with one region of an image in the exemplar is done and provided by this voting algorithm. Finally, the vote will be collected for all the cues and all the images, and the best one will be suited. Next, the last Next and the last stage is the verification and segmentation stage, which basically means that we have to verify on all the votes. Each hypothesis will be tested with the verification classifier. When this verification is happening, we'll get a score. We'll get a score which is called as the verification score, and it will be depending upon the voting score as well as the detection score. This verification score will be the proper measure of one object matching with the exemplar images. Now this verification score goes into segmentation stage, which is another score given to any particular region that has to be matched, and which is called as the segmentation score. The segmentation score will depend upon verification score as well as the previously calculated values as explained in the paper. And on the basis of the segmentation score, we segregate the region from the original image and detect whether this image is present in the image or not. So these are the results that we have calculated. An interesting thing that we can quickly figure out from this is that that is that we are using detection rate as well as the average precision rates. These are just the numerical values. The basic result is this: detection accuracy and segmentation precision. These are quite called state of art performances with the classical methods. All the five categories as explained before are used here. As you can see, as you can see, this is pretty much it, and we have shared the code also. This code is running on a set which is the ETHC data set. This has quite many images. As you can see, the five categories are present here, which is Apple logos, bottles, giraffes, mugs, and so on. We were basically using Swan. I'll show you how the image looks like. This is the original image, and then this is the extracted region image. You can see there is an overlap of regions. These all are part of the algorithm that was run before, and the results are stored here. However, live implementation is not possible because it is taking too long, and you can see the data is quite heavy. These see, this is around 400 MB, so it's going to take some time to calculate all the algorithms on all the images. These are the codes that we have run. Basically, we are using mainstream algorithm, code. This MATLAB code is compiled such that we can have all the algorithms run on our images. The final result will be that we will be able to get quite state of art performances on all the images that we were getting, and this way we'll be able to say that regions are indeed a better way of getting object detected at a very good level. Thank you for watching.